Hi guys, Fox here. How are you? I'm doing fine and thanks for asking. And I hope you're doing fine too. We gotta be friendly, we gotta show interest in each other and mean it instead of just this, if you're gonna, you gotta at least ask how somebody's doing. And then when you're good, that's really good if you do that. But now you have to pretend to be interested. Hopefully you don't have to pretend. But you gotta say hello. You gotta say, how are ya? You got to. And then after that, you can start bitching. Okay? But you gotta pretend to kind of care a little bit about somebody other than me, myself, and I. I'm encountering this a lot. That people are just like, they want to talk at you. They don't listen to you. They don't talk to you. They talk at you. So, Okay, off of the soapbox now. So now I'm gonna talk about me. And that's all that matters, right? Me. Yeah, well, I just talk about my stuff because I don't want to gossip about stuff. What's the point? That's just attracting. That's just so negative. So I try to avoid talking about people unless it's like a soap opera or something, like Frisco and Felicia and Luke and Laura. And let me see, but I haven't watched the soap opera since I haven't talked about Frisco and Felicia since people were actually watching Frisco and Felicia and cared about Frisco and Felicia. Frisco and Felicia are in their late 40s by now, because they were a little younger than me. So that anyway, so back to work. I made a video earlier today about the gridded journal, and I filmed it in Fraps, my screen capture program, and it lost it. So I still got the work done, but the process that I filmed is lost. So anyway, I just wanted to kind of touch base that I am working on this stuff, but not filming it, or filming it and failing. Anyway, so this is my tablet, my drawing tablet with the special magic pen here. And it works like a mouse. So what I actually end up doing is, I have a hard time, you draw on like there's an inside square here that you draw on. That's the light that it's on, indicates it's on. But I'm seeing there's a lot of wear around here. I've had this a few years, and it won't pick up anything out in any of these outside borders. So it's not a huge work surface, and it is the orientation. It is orientation sensitive, so I can't turn it. If I turn it, it's still going to be facing the same way when I draw on it. So this may need to be replaced at some point, but it's neat to have. So I can't quite make the upper reaches of the screen with the stylus, so I have but fortunately the mouse sort of picks up the slack, so I'm happy about that. So anyway, what I've been doing, I'll just tell you. I can't print anything out, I'm out of ink. My screen capture program isn't working right, so I can't show you that way, but I'll tell you about it. Theater of the mind. So I drew a picture of, I did my yellow grid today. I took the yellow grid that I had in paint, and I drew flour on it, and that took quite a while, and that was filmed but lost. Got that to a fairly respectable progress point, and needed to get the resolution the right way. Paint doesn't produce anything other than 96 DPI images. They're always 96 DPI. That's just what paint does. So you have to take it into another program. I took mine into one called GIMP, G-I-M-P, which is, I forget what the G stands for, but I-M-P, I think it means something like image manipulation program. So it manipulates the images. It doesn't, you can't create a new image with it. So you have to paste in another image from another program and then change it around in GIMP. So that's why I draw stuff in Paint, get it as far as I can in Paint, and then pop it into GIMP and do whatever else I want to do with it, which usually isn't very much at that point. I also have Corel Painter Essentials 4, but it crashes a lot. But that has some pretty good tools too. If I want to really like blend something in, then I'll start it in Paint and import it into that. That does a pretty good job. So, you know, it's a shame there isn't just one program that'll do all that stuff, but I like Paint. It's a lot better than it used to be, but it's got a lot of limitations too, but I don't think it's a very big program, you know. But it's there. If you have a Windows computer, it's there. It's loaded from the get-go. That's part of your core package. That's just part of the system. It's considered an accessory, and it'll be there. Movie Maker used to be that way. I forget how I got mine. I think they give you like part of it, and then you have to download the rest of it if you want it. I think that's how it is. It's been a little while. This is Windows 7 that I have. So anyway, yeah, so I took my grid daisy into GIMP and I made it, well, I already had a PNG, but the DPI absolutely has to be 300. So I changed that to 300 there, and I exported it as a PNG again. Put it into Booksmart, which is my newest program. Yeah, it's taken me 3 different programs to create this book. Booksmart is a photo book creation program. Okay, my drawings strictly aren't photos, but it's images. It's the same thing. It's an image, you know. They don't care if it comes from a camera or from a pen. You know, it could be a picture, a photograph of painting, you know, whatever, but it's an image as opposed to text, so it works. So it's very template dependent, which is, at least as far as I can tell. So once I get to know my way around, I think I can skip over a lot of this guided stuff. But the book's going to be 7 by 7. It's going to be square, which is perfect. It's L7, a journal for squares. Got it. And it's on, the background is gridded. They actually had a gridded background in this Booksmart program, and I was like, no way! I was so blessed. I was just so thrilled I could have spit. And you can change the colors, totally change the colors. So right now my background pages are all pink with white gridding over it. But the default is white with pale blue gridding. but I can really play with those, and that's doing so much of my work. I don't have to do grids for all of these pages. So I got my cover pretty well taken care of. I'd actually, I know what it's going to look like, but I think I'm going to make some changes to it. There's a part of the flower that I think needs to be redrawn, so I'll do that in paint. And also, I think I want to flip the image horizontally because of the way the book cover is designed. The title is the title's going up the left side vertically, and it looks cool, but it's like it's covering up a big part of the flower on that side, and then on the right side it's kind of blank. I mean, you see gridding and stuff, which is okay, but it would be perfect if I could just flip it so I can see all of the flower, and then the title bar isn't covering over any of the image. So I'll be happier when I can do that. So yeah, I gotta, tweaky, and then when that's the way I like it, I'm gonna go back into paint and just start drawing my butt off. But I got the size I want, 7 by 7. I've written down the pixels and everything, so I know it's going to be the right size. I mean, I've got I have a process now. So I know what to do. I also have a smaller gridded notebook coming that I want to use for drawing ideas. So I mean, I wanted the graph paper, and it's not the right size. It's 8.5 by 5.5 or something like that. So, but still, even if I like make the drawings, well, 5 by 5, I guess, just to get it square and just to see what's gonna make a nice border, what might be too big, it's like gonna be like an idea book. So yeah, I've got a lot of ideas and I'm enacting them, and that's what I've been doing for the past few days. I'll get up and work on the book, and then go out for a while and just get a break, get some air, maybe get some food, get some money, do laundry, life type stuff, and then I'll come back and just deal with, whatever ideas I get. So I just wanted to check in and hope everybody's doing well, and I do hope you're doing well. I mean that when I say, how are you? I do want to know how you are. How are you? Tell me now. All right.